What is a midwife? I'm Megan Wynn. Thanks for coming to my channel. We're a homeschooling family with 4 children, and I'm an ESL teacher for VIP Kid Online. I hope you enjoy this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. So a midwife is a healthcare professional who is specifically trained in birth, labor, postpartum, prenatal, but sometimes they also do well women care as well for the life of women from puberty all through menopause. And some of them are nurses, some of them are not. There are many different types of midwives. 2 that are the most popular are certified professional midwives, or CPMs. And the second kind is certified nurse midwives, CNMs. They have a different degree of education and licensing through different states. Every state has its own regulations and licensing. There is a national board as well, so CPMs and CNMs can be a part of the national board and take that test as well. These 2 types of midwives also go through clinic hours and having some kind of an apprenticeship with a already certified midwife before they can take principals on their own. What a midwife is not. A midwife is not the same thing as an OBGYN. They will not be doing surgical birth for you or doing any kind of really invasive high-risk procedures, because that would be out of their scope of practice. Midwives have different areas of where they actually practice. One could be in a home birth setting. Second would be like a freestanding birthing center or a birthing center tied to a hospital. And then there are some midwives in hospitals as well. Again, this varies by state depending on the legalization and licensing of midwives within your particular state. So why did I choose a midwife for my births? 1, the standard of care was beyond what I could possibly have asked for. Our appointments were always at least an hour long, and it was the whole well-being of me as a person and me as a pregnant person, not just weight check, what did you eat this week, and you should probably lay off the Oreos. So I really felt like my midwife not only cared about my baby and my birth, but cared about me as a whole person, checking like mental wellness and my emotional state and how things were going in my life. And my midwife quickly became one of my very good friends in my life. And yeah, it was just a whole person standard of care. I feel like also midwifery cares a lot of preventative care. Midwifery care is more of, let's talk about your diet now. Let's talk about your exercise now. Let's talk about how to keep you at a low risk level before you actually go to being high risk, because it's easier to prevent those things than to actually have to deal with them once they're already happening. Again, for me and my family, I loved our experience with our midwives. I had 2 freestanding birthing center births, 1 home birth, and then my last birth was actually a transfer before labor into a hospital for a surgical birth. We needed it. Yeah, I've had all kinds of realms of different birthing experiences, and I feel like if midwifery care is something that you're interested in, definitely go and talk to a midwife. Most midwives offer free consultations for their services. Just go talk to them and get your questions answered. That's what really helped my husband get on board with it, because he was skeptical about the whole natural birth and home birth or birthing center birth. But then once he actually went and talked to a midwife and got all of his questions answered, it was really easy. Like, that was the decision that we were going to make, and that was an easy one for us. So hopefully that's helped in what a midwife is and does and what they are not.